hope you're having a great day. I need to do some playing in my creative daily journal. This is my creative daily journal for August and September of 2025. Wow, I had to think about that. I made it out of a children's encyclopedia and just various pages inside. The collage paper here is art by Marlene. This is one of my girls that I drew. I did do a slow stitch spine. Wow, already no words. This is a slow stitch spine that I worked on last week when we were having a terrible heat wave. Just something flicked off of it. And so I worked on this in my bedroom where it's air conditioned. And I love how it came out. Can you guys see that? All different kinds of little beads and sequins and tiny little stitches and big giant stitches and different embroidery patterns, just messing around some silver thread. It was just really fun. And that is a mixture of old and new fabric. There's some feed sack fabric and all different kinds of fabric. So I love that. And it was a good thing to do when it was so hot. And then on the inside, I used some Art by Marlene cardstock. And then I just sort of used composition notebook paper from other comp books that I've made into daily creative journals. Some of the original pages from the book, which was an encyclopedia from, I don't know, in the East Indies to eclipses is this page. So I love these books. The paper is nice and matte and quite heavy and sturdy. So they're very fun. I would show you what the cover would look like, but too late. I made this journal without you guys because, well, time was a wasting and I needed to get my journal done. But it's the same as every other journal I make pretty much, and you've seen it a million times. If you look down below in the playlists, I bet you can find one that will show you how to make one just like this. So I thought today, we've been having all kinds of hilarious fun all month, and then we had that terrible heat wave last week. And so between those two things, I'm kind of not current, as our friend Allison says. So I thought we would go ahead and get some stuff done. I've done some decorating, not too much writing, but let's see, will that stick? Oh, good, maybe it will. This is, let's see, I do one page per day, not a double page, but one page. And this is some neon, not cardstock, but actually like printer paper that I also sewed into the signature. So this day is the 15th of August. It was a Friday. These numbers and these days are from my good friend Melissa at Messy Missy Creates. She was so sweet as to give me some, and here they are. I printed them on sticker paper, and I think I may have changed the colors just a little bit because my books have been so neon in your face lately, and her colors were a little more ladylike. Let's put it that way. I think I might have upped the neon factor a little bit. Sorry, Melissa. I hope you don't mind. This is, oh, and Melissa will absolutely be linked down below. So if you guys don't know her, go check her out. She has day and date kits in her Etsy shop, and they're all adorable. They come, let's see, I've got some back here. Off, before we even started, off on a little tangent. It has the days and the dates, and then it has some fun stuff on it. Let's see if I can find it. It's got this really fun little border. Well, I'm showing the computer. You're not over there. You're up there. In addition to the dates, it's got some smiley faces. I already used one. And then this really cute little border. And they always have some different stuff. And I really like how big they are. That makes me happy. So I am using those this week. And goes there, and that's gonna, let's go ahead and cut out this 15. Let's get this party going. So right there in the middle, she says, talking about something else. Right here in the middle, I have washi tape. This is the center of the signature, this pink paper. And I didn't really want to see the I've got white linen, wax linen cord that I use to stitch my journals, and I didn't really want to see it. So, oh, you can see it right there. So I put some washi right down the center, which is also convenient because I'm sure you know Allison at AJ's Inspired Life. She will also be linked down below on the off chance. But she has an item of the month channel, no, item of the month challenge that is using an item that she picks randomly out of her stash and using that item every day in your journal just to get you in the habit of reaching for something that maybe you don't reach for all the time, or putting things in your mind so that you remember that you have them. If you would like to go check her out, please do. Her challenge is hashtag AJ's item of the month. So that's super fun, and I am doing it this month, or giving it a try anyway. So that worked out really well, putting my washi there, and then I had some over here, but I've been trying to use it on every page. So, okay, blah, 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 all that talking. We've been going for, oh, look at that, 6 minutes. I've done nothing, almost 7. So I did not cut these on my Cricut because they are not my files, and getting them into cut would be more difficult than just kind of cutting them myself. Is that a cheap excuse? Quite possibly. So I'm just going to give these a rough little cut. As I said, they are on sticker paper, so that makes it pretty fun and quite easy to get them down on the page. It's quite a lot easier. If you cut those long bits off, yeah, you're not fighting with them to keep going. Okay, so I'm just leaving a little bit of an edge, just kind of doing a loose cut, because this paper is so bright and the colors and the numbers are so bright, I want to be able to see them. So I'm just leaving a little bit of a white border, not a ton. And I'm going over here just to cut it into my little trash basket. Get a little bit out of the middle. I'm not going to go crazy, but we'll just get a little bit out there. So I've still got all the white there in the center, and that's fine. I don't care. Oh, I hope I was in frame. I wasn't even looking. And then, so our 15 can go there. And here's our Friday. Let's do the same thing. Not even close to being cut straight because, yeah, well, I don't do that. I don't do that sort of thing. So I've been going through my stuff, trying to do a little tidying. And you know what I haven't used much lately? And again, this is one of Allison's items of the month. This was a while ago. I don't remember what. But it's magazine clippings. I have so many beautiful magazine images, and I have not reached for them for a long time. So I've been kind of cleaning out my pile of, I have a drawer that goes into like a six drawer unit, and one of those drawers has my magazine clippings. And so I was going through that, kind of straightening it out and getting rid of some that I've had so long that they're crumpled up. And I've tucked some images in behind here to use. But Friday, August 15th was World Honeybee Day. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. This is one of my stickers in my Joke Journal sticker sets I have monthly sticker sets that I have now, at this point, updated, so none of them have a year on them. They can be used any year. And I've gone through and brightened them all up, cleaned them up a little bit, and we'll be going forward. I think I've done the whole year now. I've been doing some every month. And so what I'll end up doing is either adding a page or doing, I don't know what I'll do going forward, but the stickers in my Etsy store are all updated. And this one is National Honeybee Day. I painted that and made this. So we do have our bee to go on there. Let me check in my notes. Just got my little happy planner over here to look at. Not much going on. The heat had finally broken, thank heavens, but we were still just like drained from the madness. So I don't have very much to say on this day, but I did find this picture. I think that's a bumblebee, but you know, it's a giant bee. Would that be cute on this page? There are all kinds of things you can do when you don't have a lot to say. One of them is putting in a giant magazine image. He's kind of cute, huh? Love that. Love it or lose it. It would fit pretty well. Right? I think what I'll do is, where do we go to? We go there. Okay, so I think I'll cut it down. I do think I'm going to use it. I want a lot of B. I don't want to lose much of the B because that's the point. You know, I'm not going to tear that. I was going to say I'm going to tear that, but that's not going to end well because there's only a little bit over here. If I try to tear it, I'm going to end up ripping the whole picture or something equally silly. So I've just got my little cutter here. We'll just cut off a little bit of the B. Boy, do I need a new blade. I need to go to the big city. So that way we'll cut the B. I'm going to fussy cut it. Aren't you excited? I'm going to bring you along for some fussy cutting. And then I think, yep, they'll do. Just get the big scissors. Just to give us a smaller piece of magazine to work with. It makes the fussy cutting easier. I might set this aside because I kind of like that. Trash over here on the side. All right, let's give this guy a little trim. And those are too big. I'm not going to worry about it being perfect. I'm just going to do loose. I am fine with that. Just a little loose cut. Again, leaving a little bit of that sky background will help it stand out on that bright pink page. And it'll also make it easier to cut around his little fuzzy self because that's a lot of detail to cut out. So we'll just go around. And I'm sure you guys know when you're fussy cutting, if you leave your scissors in one spot and move the paper instead of your scissors, it is so much easier. Get down here and cut out this big piece. By moving your paper like that, it just is so much easier than trying to move your scissors. And like along here with his little fuzzy self, I'm just going to move my paper back and forth. And I'm certainly not going around each little fuzzball. Guess what? Each one's a hair, right? I am just moving my scissors. So you definitely get the idea that he's fuzzy without having to do every single little bit. And that works for me. It really does. We've got that. And probably we should see how far over that's going to go. Let's see if he goes. I might want to lose a little bit more of his wing. Okay, so that's going to go to about there. Just measuring it on the page to see how far I need to cut. Now, the question is also going to be, gosh, do I want to go down in between his legs and everything? Aesthetically, I think I really do, but, you know, politely, I think it would make you probably want to claw your eyes out. What to do. Maybe what I'll do is pause and cut out his little legs and come back. And I think that's exactly what I'll do. Okay, so I'm going to stop with that fussy cutting right now because the more paper you have around a small area, the more easily you'll be able to cut in between. So I'm going to go ahead and pause and cut him out. And I'm just going to cut out the parts in between. I might finish fussy cutting them. And then I'll come back and show you how it looks. Hold on. I'm back. The bee is feeling very spiffy. He got his little haircut. You guys can see. I cut out all those little pieces in between. I did forget to mention that when you're going to do something like cutting out these pieces, start with the smallest areas first. I did not do that one first, and I should have. It's easier to do these small ones first and then work up to the big ones. So that's just a cutting tip for you. And I'm just going to cruise around the rest of this flower. A little past where I folded it to make sure we have enough. I think that fold is where we're going to cut it, but ooh, that was something weird that just happened. I'll just go ahead and do that. Brought my garbage bowl over. Let's just see here. What do we want to do with Mr. B? Oh, we can make Mr. B's wing span the gutter. That would be fun. We do that just to be different. Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this, which is just pure folly. Because we know, well, if you've been here before, you know that will not be straight. And if you haven't been here before, welcome. We're so glad to have you. Okay. So that's going to go down there, I think, and go across. It will go onto my menu a little bit, but I'm okay with that. It's all about the collage, right? And then I could put that there. Gosh, I wish this was facing the other direction. I love my bee. I want that bee to be on there. Be there, bee. It's kind of the only place it can go, isn't it? Because of that flat bottom, it's not like I can put him up there. Well, I can do anything I want, but do I really want to? In theory, we could put the bee up here and use another piece of washi tape along there to give it something to ground it. And then we could put our other bee down here. And I could just write a few notes here. There really nothing much happened that day at all. That would be different, wouldn't it? Oh, you guys, tell me. Tell me. We could do the opposite up here. That's we got a pencil mark. There, I feel much better now. Squirrel. I wish you guys could tell me. We could do him down at the bottom, do a strip of washi tape behind him a little bit. Now, I don't know if I said this or just thought it, but part of the reason I like Melissa's days and dates so much is they're ginormous. And I think that's really fun. Almost wouldn't be enough room for this, would there? Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. We're going to have to make a decision. This is not rocket science. If I do this, I guess I could go ahead and erase this 15. I just penciled in the dates, so I know where I am roughly anyway. Put that there, and I still have my weather sticker. I do like these little places to note the weather are part of my kit, again, in my Etsy shop, linked down below. But they come in every month. I just like to keep track of what's going on weather-wise because it's been so crazy. I know all over the country it has been, but I live here in Maine, and it's just been cray-cray. So I could do that, overlap it a little. Not that much. Put this there. Run some... I think I'm going to do that, you guys. Is it crazy? I think it's crazy. Fun. I love fun. Do I want the day and date behind him? Yeah. Let's put our 15 down first. This is going to involve some crazy gluing. And as I said before, my 15 is on sticker paper. So I'm looking for my pin pen. This is a pin pen. It's so cool. It's like a ballpoint pen, but oops, where are you guys? Can you see right there? It's actually got a pin sticking out of it, and it is great for starting your stickers. You just grab hold of the back, well, if you can, or grab it with your fingers, but it did just start that sticker easy peasy. So let's put our little 15 down. Well, I didn't do a very good job cutting it, but we'll live. That'll be fine. There's going to be a giant hairy bee on the page. Who's going to notice if my 15 isn't cut that well? think I want it down a little bit. And then we're going to put the 15th there, Friday there. I'm going to put the Friday over or under. I think I want to put it under still. I also, do I want to? I'm just going to straighten this up because I did a magnificent brook job of cutting. I did. Just taking that border down a little bit. Come over here, and I'm just on my glue book starting this sticker because that is a pin, and if you do it on your book, guess what? You make holes. Okay, got that started. Want to put it down a little bit. Put it right there. Great. Find my weather sticker, so make sure we have room for that. I have a folder here at the back of my journal where I keep all my stickers and just little pieces that I want to use, and it works out really well. I'll find the video where I made a journal with one of these, and I will link that down below because I love this folder. It's very handy. But let's just see here where my weather is. Did I not put it back in the folder? Quite possibly. Days and dates. Weather. And none of them are going to match, and I'm really not that worried about it. I'm not a matchy kind of person, as you can probably tell by this. I like things to go crazy all over. So I'm just going to overlap a little bit. I don't like things like sneezed all over the paper. One here, one here, one here. I like things to be kind of overlapped. So I've got that. And what I will do is, you can see all these pages have a weather sticker. I put it on every page, and then I go sometime when I'm, just watching TV or whatever, I'll go on my phone, and you can go to, I had said it was the Weather Channel earlier, and I think that might be wrong. I think it's Weather Underground. But if you search weather history in your town, like put the name of your town in there, it'll come up, and you can go and see by the day what the weather was like. So usually when I'm journaling, I'll put in here that it was sunny or rainy or whatever, and then I put the actual temperatures in that box. So there you go. That's what I do with that. Now it's time for gluing. Get this glue book over here. I guess we can put the glue book here so you can see better. Ooh, he's got a lot of teeny parts. We better be careful. Come on, Mr. B, don't fall apart. This glue is almost gone. I'm afraid it's going to rip him because he's just thin magazine paper. Trying to make sure to get up there in the edges. Might have been better off to use collage medium or matte medium, but I didn't. So let's just see how this treats us. Okay, get those edges, get the little skinny parts. Try to get it right in the first place because, oh, now it's glued to me. That's exactly what I was aiming for. No, it wasn't. I want to get it right the first time because with this magazine paper, it ain't moving. It's going to go. I mean, I can move it before I press it down, but I'm not going to be able to peel it up. So there we go. Small pushy tool. Get it down there. Oh, some of the edges here need some glue, you guys. We did pretty well in the middle. Might have been messing around too long. The glue dried. That's a possibility. This little piece right there. Don't want anything coming up. Come on, I know you got glue on you. His little wing. Oh, I did rip his little wing a little bit. His little butt needs some glue. Gosh, I felt like I got all the edges. Purple glue has its purpose. Push that down into the gutter and then right across onto the other page. Get all that stuff in the middle. All right, he's looking pretty good. I might need to go back in with my art glitter glue because it has that little fine point and just touch up some of the edges. But overall, he's pretty good. I covered up the Y on Friday, which I didn't really want to do, but I can either go back and draw it in with a marker or assume that people will know that it says Friday because, well, it says Fry. Duh. I think it's pretty clear, right? I do like all the things overlapping, and I just put everything that I have going on in the world on a page because I like how that looks. The crazier, the better. And I'm reaching over here, sorry about that, because I have my washi under you. You are using my washi drawers as a perch for this project. This one says, hello, sunshine. I do like me a bee. We could put this on. It's a little bit brighter. Pull it out so you can see. What do you think? Oh, I kind of like that together. It's our washi. That's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that end straight. And I'm just going to overlap the end of the bottom of the magazine image a little bit. And I'm going to cut it. Whoops, sticking to me also. I'm going to cut it right after hello. Grab my glue stick because I don't trust any washi at all, ever. It's just part of who I am. And I'm going to put some glue stick on that washi. And I'm going to butt it up right against the washi tape that's already there. I'm going to try to. Gosh, I hope my big head isn't in the way. Okay. And then just run that right across. Use my little scraper. Is that crooked? I believe it is, but if I pull it up, it's going to tear the magazine image. Okay, so I've got that. I've got washi tape stuck on my scissors. I'll just snip that part off. Yeah, that is crooked. Perfect. Just what I wanted. And I cut the page when I trimmed that, but yeah, it'll be fine. There's that. Let's make sure that is good and adhered. Don't want any washi tape popping up later. Cap that up. Now we've got our little sticker here. Where's my pin pen? We're going to put it right there. I think I'm going to have to put it there because it looks weird there. I think this page looks weird. But that's all right. You know what? Sometimes pages just look weird. And this one has a white border. It actually has a bigger white border than I care for. But this was kind of a miscut, so it's the set that I kept. And it's going to cover up our words anyway. Well, still set where you can see shine and hello. And I like the colors. All right, so there's that. And then I think what I would like to do is pick a color. I have my bucket o' color right here next to us. Here it is in all of its colorful glory. And I think I'm going to... I want to use one of these neon pens. These are amazing. I got these from our friend Danielle over at Gypsy's Craft Nook. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? They are Jelly Roll Moonlight pens, and they are so opaque and so neon. I adore them. I will also link our friend Danielle down below, but I don't want pink. I think... Do I want blue? The blue kind of picks up all the things. Let's see what color it looks like. Oh, is that what I want? Or do I want orange? Oh, decisions again. I think the blue might stand out better. But I do like the orange. Let's use the orange. Make sure our stickers are down. And I'm just going to do a little outlining. We have the white border around the date, which is good, but this way we have a little orange too, and that's fun. Go right around that number. I don't know if this will show up on camera real well, but in person, it's nice and bright. I like that. Okay, so there's that. We could go around the day. And I'm making messy, scribbly lines. That way, if you mess up a little bit, it looks like you meant it. That works. And then maybe we'll take that and go down along our washi tape. A little bit right there. Oh, you know what? I should have my pencil board. Oh, here it is. This thing. This is one that I made that I kept because I got a wrinkle when it went through the laminator. And it's got spray paint and regular paint and glue. I think I might need a new one. What do you guys think? Okay, that's a possibility. And we could do some doodles on that line if we wanted to. Doodling is always fun. Now, if you want to go back and do another coat of this pen, you can, but wait for it to dry all the way. Otherwise, all you're doing is kind of digging into it. Hopefully you guys can see that. Just making some little loop-de-loops. Put some little dots in our loop-de-loops. And I can keep going as long as I want to go. Probably not that interesting for you, but it is one of the things I'll go back and when I'm doing my written part, if I'm feeling like it's not standing out enough, I will do more. Or, if I'm really behind, I'll just call it good and move on. It's the beauty of creative daily journaling. You can do as much or as little as you like. So I've got that. I like it better with top and bottom done. It looks more balanced. This is also, this Moonlight ink is also a little bit dimensional, which I think is super fun. I'm back, you guys. I had, well, I thought I paused the camera, but I forgot to. I was just letting the Moonlight pens dry because they do take a few minutes. So I think we got that all dry, giving it a last little fan. That's going to be an interesting editing job because that was kind of a long stretch. Okay, so then I thought I would move right on over to Wednesday the 13th because it was another day where nothing happened and I was going to use a magazine image. It really is a great solution for not much going on. So I've got all this. Let's go ahead and grab our clip again. Help. Subway. During that heat wave, all we did was eat Subway. There was no way the kitchen was so hot. No way, no how was I cooking, nor was I eating hot food. Thanks for asking. No. Okay, so I have this image that I've had for a long time that I absolutely adore. It was a Daphne's Diary image. And look at those knots of fibers and the beautiful fabric. I love this picture, and I think I'm finally going to use it. Because what I did was, this particular day, I hid in my air-conditioned bedroom and did some stitching. So, let's just see. I'm going to use that. And then I have this, oh, well, we could make it go this way. Because I have this adorable journaling spot from Courtney Diaz. That is Little Raven Ink. I used to be part of her Patreon, and she has the cutest printables. And I thought this little guy was like just exactly how I felt. It is Christmas oriented with the red and white striped horns and the green leaves. But I thought I would just go in and recolor that red to something else. So there's that. And I was going to use that for journaling because I really, again, did not have much to say. And it was the 13th. It was, oops, that's the weather. It was hot. It was like 101 with 98% humidity, which back in the day when I was growing up, that was not a thing in Maine. We did not have that going on. So it's, I don't know. I also find as I get older, it affects me more than it used to. So, wah. Anyway, I'm just going to cut this out. If I didn't say it, I will, in fact, link Courtney down below. Her Patreon is amazing. Her artwork is amazing. It's well worth the investment to be part of her tier that gets printables. I think when I did it, it was like $5 a month, maybe. And I had way more than $5 worth of fun with these printables. So go check it out, see what you think. Definitely fun. Very reminiscent. And I think she was very inspired by Teesha Moore, whom I also love. And if you haven't gone to check out Teesha Moore, do that too, because she is so cool. She's had some health setbacks, but has made an amazing recovery. Well, gone towards recovery. And she's just an inspiration. That is Teesha Moore. I'm sure you've heard of her. If not, Google her. She will come up immediately. And I will link her down below as well. Super fun collage artist. Well, all kinds of artists, but I should have cut this out first. I didn't. But that gave me a chance to tell you about Teesha. Maybe I don't really want to cut those leaves off. I like them. So we'll cut his little horns out. Try to decide what color to go over the red. Orange, maybe. I do love some orange. Oops, that is bad cutting. This looks slightly faded. I've had it printed out for quite some time. I think I've used all of them, but I just found this in my printable bucket and said, look, that's how I felt. I felt like a fuzzy, crabby monster. Oh, so sad that it was too hot. I had a super good time stitching, though. I hadn't done that in a while, and I had a hankering. And it's easy to do while I'm sitting on the bed because I have a lap desk. And so I just use that and my little felt mat and my bucket of bits and pieces, and off I go. Very fun. Slow stitching is great because you can just grab your bucket and take it with you. Were you guys around when I did the slow stitch to go kits? Oh, those were fun. That was a while ago, huh? Where does the time go? I'm switching back and forth between the big and the little scissors, just because the straight lines, the long straight lines, are easier with the big scissors. Oh, he's cute. All right, probably shouldn't do his horns until we get the rest of the stuff figured out. Gonna have to cut the numbers out. I thought I was ready, but no. Okay, I will pause you again while I fussy cut the stuff that I want to use on this page, so you don't have to watch. And I do think I'm going to fussy cut out. I love this fabric. I hate to do it, but I think I'm going to fussy cut the fibers and use those as sort of a border. And I will absolutely keep the scraps because look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm back. I got it all cut out, and I think we're probably going to need to cover some of our page, some of this book page. So taking a page out of Melissa's book, again, Messy Missy Creates, she'll be linked down below. She's been using distress ink to make smush paper and color her backgrounds, and I thought, well, that's fun. I haven't done that in a while. Unfortunately, well, I mean, it's not that big a deal. All I have, I wanted to use fossilized amber and spice marmalade, which I think might be the combination she's been using, but I think that'll look really good with our fibers. And the only thing I had them in was the oxide rather than the regular ink, but you know, what are you going to do? It'll be okay. The difference is that the oxides dry with sort of a chalky finish. They're a little less vibrant. Let's put it that way. They're a little less vibrant than the regular distress inks. So what I'm going to do is I've got a little piece of packaging here. Could it be smaller? Probably not. I'm going to take some of my distress oxide. Ooh, love that color. And again, that one is Spice Marmalade. And some of the fossilized amber. And I'm just smushing it onto this paper. Should have started with the amber because it's lighter. Your pads will appreciate it more if you start with a lighter color, but I don't think anything got contaminated. All is well. Now I'm going to just give this a little spray, not a ton. And if you take your fingers and go like this, you're breaking up that ink so you don't get distinct lines, and it mixes the color up a little bit. I'm going to turn this over. And I don't know if you can see this because of the glare, but I'm just kind of moving it around a little bit. And then I'm going to take it and plunk it down right on my paper. See, trying to keep everything under the camera. Got it right down on my paper, and I do have my pencil board underneath to protect other stuff. And we can just do that. Well, the marmalade didn't come through at all, did it? Maybe I smushed it too much, or I had too much ink. I haven't done this in a while. Let's do just a little touch of the... First, let's cause a big ruckus. Then do just a little touch of the marmalade. And try to get that added in there. Maybe that'll work. I think these might be juicier than I thought they were. And yeah, it gets on your fingers, but it washes right off. It's no biggie. Do not panic. Yeah, I think I've got too much water or too much ink, but that's okay. We've got some beautiful color. Thanks for the reminder, Melissa. And then I will take this and scoot it out of the way, grab my paper towel, and try to wipe this clean. You can use it over. There's a lot of ink on there. I mean, that's a shame to waste it. Could have put it somewhere else, but in the interest of time, because I think I've been here forever, I'll clean that up better later. Let's just put it out of the way so we don't get it all over things. Okay, now I think this is going to need a shot with my heat tool. So cover your ears. I think that my microphone, I think I've got it set up now so it will mute it, but just in case, I'll cut it out if it's really loud. And you know what, guys? I can't leave well enough alone. I know that I've been playing around forever, but I do think I want to spray a little water on here, right on the oxide, and take my paper towel and just dab it and see if we get some modeling like it's supposed to. I don't know if this paper is way too porous. It might have just soaked that ink right in. Not as much of an effect as we could have had, but hey, I tried, right? Okay, back to drying. Okay, it's almost dry. There's still a little wet spot, but I think they'll be okay. So when I was drying everything, I blew our bits away. That's annoying. Uh-oh. I think we lost our weather, but that's okay. We'll find it. So we've got our little monster, and I'm going to glue it. I'll see if I can do a better job gluing than I did on the last piece. Get those edges. Go around. The other day when it was so hot, this glue was practically liquefied. It was awful. I came in for a second to try to do some journaling, but A, my glue was melted, and B, it was too hot. That's why I am a little behind, but that's okay. I'll get done as much as I get done.
Yeah, that's all dry.
And it sure is fun.
I love how that color looks.
So,
that's great.
I enjoy it, and I feel like if I don't get some of it done, it's still better than
over
doing
here
nothing,
to cover
right?
that picture,
because that picture is not my favorite. And if I decide, once in a while,
the
I'll
only
think,
part about
I
that
think
is
I'll just
that
do
our little monster
is going to have to go this
page
way
for the
which
whole
was
week,
not what I
or
had intended. Something different than what I'm doing now.
You win some, you lose some, right?
I get real antsy.
I
get, I don't know, nervous. I want to get back to doing it every day. We put him right in there. Make sure we've got this where we want it.
He looks so
One little monster.
cute.
Me. I think I want to color his. Do I? Nah. I'll glue it
Allison,
down
you
first.
have
everyone calling everything a little
so
something.
I want to
talk to
heard
Melissa
Melissa
say
it
this morning in her. I think what I will do
in her video
is have it where I want it.
Something, a little sticker, or I don't know what.
Grab my glue.
That comes from Allison
My glue
AJ's Inspired Life. Isn't it funny when you watch someone a lot, you start picking up some of their lingo?
Monster.
I think that's kind of humorous. Oh, I love that. I'm so glad that I remembered to put those pink splotches
everything around, so I'm going to make sure.
Now we need to have our washi tape, and because I can't have a page that's crazy enough,
glue that down.
That'll kind of hold it for us, hopefully.
Polka dot washi tape,
because
my art glitter glue to get
no,
under
you're not
his
going to be like that,
horn.
are you?
I really probably should have colored those
polka dots, and who doesn't love polka dots?
Glued them
And
down
it's
in
got
case
all
something
the
goes
colors
terribly wrong
of our page in it.
But the pink and the
Let's
yellow
think positively.
and the
it'll
orange
be just fine.
and the blue and the green and some red, which is just fun right here. See if we can get this going again. Gosh, I'm going to be cutting a lot of stupid stuff out of the video. Eek. There we go. I put glue where I didn't want it.
I'm not going to try to do anything with that.
That is okay.
Now,
I can just wipe it off.
Annoying.
How to get rid of your washi.
There we go.
In the inefficient way.
All right, now
we're
going
going
to
to cover that, right?
Okay. We're not going to try to untwist that either, because I'm not.
Let's see how this
I like
will
it.
look.
I think once we paint his horns orange, he's going to stand out even more. But I kind of like this subtle bit.
Crazy.
I don't know.
This is our
what do you
Washington.
guys think?
I think I
was going to say our Washington. This is not our Washington. This is our washi tape for AJ's IOTM.
Okay.
And I forgot
our
like
Distress Oxide spread.
Darn it.
It seems pretty sticky, but I'm still not. Ties it in.
All right, we're going to have to backtrack a little here.
So there's that. It's stuck to our glue page.
I am not shaking it. I'm swirling it. You don't want to shake it.
Glue on
Every single ball that's in there will
so
push all the pigment up into your nozzle, and that's how it gets plugged.
Do that. Give it its little washi.
Pretty well sprayed.
And hold it up high.
Oh, that looks kind of cool. I don't know if you guys can see that. I forgot that washi would do that. If you put some transparent washi down
up high, but
I had to go
crazy.
Just
picked up the book page.
So once again, I'm going to pull out the heat tool.
It's
Sorry,
very cool.
guys. I think I'll put that on big before I start drying. I like it. So get up there. Make sure it's right up. Oh, that's not. I don't want it all the way in there. I want it right to the edge there. Give that a little push. I think we got this one slightly straighter. Not that it matters one tiny bit. I don't care either way. It's all fun and games. Okay, turn this over. Trim that. Try not to cut the page this time. Oh, I like it. This is stripey. That's polka dotty. So I don't know. I just like that together. Again, I like my pages to be as crazy as they possibly can be. So we've got that. We've got a little tiny journaling space. Oh, we need to do his horns. figure out what I want to use to glue his horns. Okay, I'm still thinking, now I'm kind of thinking lime green because the yarn. Not the same green. No, I'm going to stick with orange, I think. We can always go over them if we don't like it. Here's my orange Moonlight pen, and I'm just going to go in where she has the red stripes and color it in. It's going to make them stand out a little more. And add some color. She does have some white highlights. I should have done that the other way. She has some white highlights on the horns, and I'll wait until this dries and then go in with my uniball, my white uniball. Uniball, I said that funny. Let me see if I can find it, show it to you. Oh, you know what? I was using it downstairs. I bet I left it downstairs. I'm sorry. It's a white Signo uniball. I will see if I can link that below also. Alright, now we get his little horns all orange. Cute. He does not look Christmassy anymore. When that dries, I will outline his horns again and put those white highlights in where they were. And you guys, I think I've been going for, I don't know, eternity. So perhaps what I will do is, all I'm going to do at this point is put our numbers up here. And those look great. The colors look great with the fibers. And put my day up there, find my date, or my weather rather, and put my weather right there. And then all that's left really is journaling in here, and maybe find something to put that in there, or do some more doodling, because that's dangerously close to white space, and, well, you know, I can't have that. No, I can't. So I will, well, when we do a flip through, you guys get to see this, and I think that I will call that a wrap, because that's all the fun I'm going to do on this page for now anyway. I won't do anything awesome without you. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. If you made it this long, you're amazing. And I appreciate you so much. If you liked what you see, think about subscribing, throwing a thumbs up, whatever you'd like to do. Don't forget to come join my Facebook group. I'll put a link up there. There should be a little card up there right now. And it's also linked down below. And I will talk to everybody real soon. Thanks so much. Bye.